Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here on December 10th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what happened in the markets today. First up, we got our February live cattle on the board. Today we did see this cattle market balancing out in the current week's range. However, we did have a nice strong finish by the bulls, putting this market up here right around 228.5 to finish the day. Putting pressure up here on the top end of this 3-day range and continuing to push up here into bullish territory. Nice strong finish today. Could have this momentum rolling early tomorrow. Bids above 228.70 should get the bulls rolling and see this market start to climb back up here towards this overhead gap. First target is going to be that 232.5 area as the bulls are going to try and close that gap, get this big picture uptrend rolling once again. But if we do see this market continue to balance out or fail below these prior day lows, we could see that pullback into some of these value areas start to unfold and try and pick up some buyers from some lower prices. However, this momentum late today, looking like we could see this market start to move out of here. It doesn't look like we're going to need much of a pullback. Looking like about a 3-day balance period is all we're really going to need for these bulls before they get this market moving higher once again. Look for bids above today's high to get this thing rolling and see this new uptrend start to unfold. Over to the feeder markets now. March feeders on the board here. Same story. This market just continuing to contract over the last 3 days with multiple inside days, 3-4 days worth of balance period here between 328 and 333.5. At the moment, nice strong finish by the bulls here as well, finishing up there right below this pivot for the week. Lots of equal highs and good heavy volume getting built up here near the top end of this current week's range. Looking like we got a nice line in the sand drawn here at 333.5. Early bids above this bull pivot should see this market try and climb up here and try and fill this gap. Starting up there right around 337.5, being able to close that gap right around 345. Look for the bulls to get some early momentum, carrying today's late rally into tomorrow's session. Bids above 333.5 should see this market rolling higher into that gap. If not, look for this market to continue to hang out here right around 330 while we gather up the steam we need to get this big picture uptrend rolling. Over to the corn futures now. March 26 corn futures, not a whole lot else to be said other than this market just continues to be stuck. Pretty comfortable here between 440 and 450, just more choppy range-bound action, and we expect to see that continue into the end of the week. We're not really going to have much direction in this market until we can get a close beyond the edges, so look for this rangy action to continue. Crude oil prices with a little bit of a late day rally today. We did see some more downside early. However, most of that was given back during the day session as this market climbed back up here towards that 20-day moving average. Not really able to get back above any key levels here as we still are in bearish territory below 59.5. Expect this slow, steady bleed to the downside to continue until we can get this market to trade back up here into these pivot points or back above that 50-day moving average. In the meantime, expect that slow, steady downside to continue in this oil market. Now over to the index futures today. We did see this market have a pretty positive response to the FOMC statement and rate decision. Nice strong rally late following the FOMC statement around noon Mountain Time. We did see this market pushing up here near the 6,900 level, briefly poking above it, but wasn't able to get a close above it, which we had some pretty bullish action, but still needing to break out above this key level here and get that follow-through day, which we still have yet to see. We are seeing a little bit of volatility here in the evening session. This market giving back all the current day's gains already tonight in the evening session. S&P being down as much as 1% at one point, while the NASDAQ was down as much as 1.5%, coming back down here towards this 20-day moving average. This NASDAQ index also still failing to get above that 25,830 level, briefly poking above it, but really not able to get a nice strong close above this key level. Still keeping a lid on price at the moment, and we are seeing some little bit of selling pressure here in the evening session. We'll have to wait and see what kind of open we get tomorrow. If we continue to see some downside here in the evening session, we want to see the bulls step back in and offer support early during the day session tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see what kind of action we get. Until we can get it back above those levels or the current day's high, I encourage everyone to kind of be defensive here if we are starting to trade back down below the prior week's lows. That line in the sand is going to come here right around 68.02 in the S&P. If we do see the 6,800 level start to give way, I encourage everyone to start to raise cash and get defensive again, as we could see some more downside as we still have not made a higher high. We do have some constructive signs over the last 8 or 9 days, though, as we are balancing out here in about a 100-point range. We want to see the bulls defend these range lows and continue to put pressure up on 6,900 and get that breakout and follow through day rolling. At the moment here, just have to wait and see what kind of action we get tonight and into tomorrow's session. But if we are able to get some bids above 6,900 and 25,830 tomorrow, we should see that upside start to unfold and have a little bit smoother sailing here. Have to wait and see what happens though here. What kind of action we see tonight will really depend. Will really be a big influence on how the week unfolds here. We're gonna have to just wait and see what kind of open we get tomorrow. But we'd like to see the bulls offer some support here tonight and try and get this rally going once again tomorrow. Encourage everyone to continue to defend those prior week's lows. That will be the area to defend going forward here. Raise cash if we do start to get below that and see this thing start to get slippery below 6,800. In the meantime, we should try and see the bulls offer some support down here and keep this thing stuck here until we can get some momentum above our bull pivots. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.